hi, and welcome to episode 5 of the network show. With me is half of Logan,
But he's better half,
lovely Decembro. Decembro,
Everybody.
hello. Amazing Kit. Kit, hello.
Hi.
Kit,
Good to see you guys.
don't sleep on it. Oh my gosh, there's two mics. Okay, amazing Mr. Hardcore Mode.
Hey.
And wonderful dignified cartoon gentleman.
We're all afraid of the dogs, folks. That's why we're
Yeah,
all...
so here he is, yeah.
Who let
That's
the
why-
dogs out?
Who?
Oh, okay, guys. So, oh my gosh, it's already funny.
Was that cultural appropriation now? That you're singing that song, right?
It is.
I don't
it
like
is
that
now.
dog. I don't like that song.
Oh, okay. So, guys, what have you been up to lately, and how is your week going? First, Zembro.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I've been pretty depressed at the moment because I've been playing Hell Is Us throughout the month, and I was having a fantastic time. And then, as you know, some of you here for sure, Bloodlines 2 came out, and I followed the news about that game a little bit in the beginning, but I had no idea that it was this bad.
Yeah.
It's just been a depressing disappointment over here, and now I'm forcing my way through it for a breakdown later. Then Outer Worlds 2 just came out as well. I'm nervous about it because of what happened with Avowed. Then after that, I've been thinking about getting Ghost of Yote, because, see if I can get swipe a copy, see if I can do a big breakdown video, because I already have a bunch of thoughts pinned down from watching parts of it online. And all I really just want to do is play Hell Is Us, man. I mean, come on, just let me play good games, man. God damn it. That's how I've been doing.
Okay, well,
I'm
actually
going
not
through a
familiar with any of
1
these.
year content creation life crisis.
Yeah, I
You
know
have
that's
to play
exactly.
those,
I mean, it's past 1 year now. You started in September,
Yeah.
so
I
yeah,
feel
I feel
you.
for you. Okay, Kit, how is your week going?
So far it's been going very good these last few weeks. I can't complain. So it's just good right now. And may it stay that way. May it stay that way.
Awesome. Let that be the case, Mr. Hardcore Mode. What's up?
Hey, how's it ready? I'm doing pretty well. My family's good. I'm taking care of myself. My stream's going well. Playing some Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Loving every second of it because it's my first time. But yeah, I have a lot to say about Outer Worlds 2 because people are saying it reminds them of New Vegas, and I'm like, where the hell do you see that? Where the fuck? But that's a different story. But I'm seeing the numbers, and I'm like, guys, what are you talking about, New Vegas? You see these numbers? But anyway, pass it over to Dignified.
Dignified.
Thank you. Folks, I'm letting the woman drive, so I'm not Saudi Arabian. It's great to see everyone here. I'm sitting back. I am relaxing. My leg hurts, but it's bearable. And your friend Logan sounds like a robot. So it's not surprising that the dogs don't consider him to be a human being. But it's great to be here, folks. We're going to have a fantastic show. This is a quality panel, and the door's always open for folks to be part of the network. And we also love having more people join the network as well. So why don't you take it away, Empress, and your side piece too. That's what I'm going to call you now, Logan. Your Empress's side piece. You're like a
Well.
DLC package.
DLC package.
Nice. I mean,
Oh wow.
used to be most of the guys at the chat usually call me, what was it, the Royal Council or what?
The Royal Concert.
Advisor? What was it?
King
Yeah.
Concert. A Primark.
Advisor. A Primark.
He's a
Okay.
Primark,
We'll
actually.
take that.
Yes.
I'm sorry, guys. I need subtitles for Logan. But in all seriousness, I'm sure we're going to have a great show. Take it away, Empress.
Since he has a
thank you.
Superman shirt on, I call him Belgium Man.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's like oversized cool shirt. Something.
He
This
fits it perfectly.
Ah, this one. This
Yeah.
one. This mine. Yeah, it's Superman.
Yeah, it's the new logo that we like it, but we don't like the movie.
No.
So guys, basically, and what's happening with me? Well, just working on superhero channel, the 40K channel, this channel, and all of those things that are just going pretty well. So as soon as my nervous system gets fixed by the time of by the change of the time, I mean the clock, everything's gonna be great. Okay, so talking about nervousness and stuff like that, Angry Joe cannot keep his nerves in his pants.
Oh
So
boy.
he's James Gunn.
What do you do?
Well, he decided to comment on the freaking Halo meme, destroy the flood, join ice kind of a deal. And throughout the week, we have seen a lot of Halo memes that first came, from the government, basically. So I don't know what's happening here, but apparently this now is very good to use Halo for such things.
Hmm.
Do you mind
Uh,
if I voice Angry Joe for this?
No, please, man. My eardrums don't need to be bleeding out.
Yeah, just don't scream.
No, I'm
Don't
not
scream.
gonna scream. I'm not gonna scream. Let,
As
let
long
me
as you
go.
shout over those dogs, I'm all in favor of it.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Fuck ICE and fuck Trump. Get the fuck out of here and using Halo for your shitty, dehumanizing police state propaganda. No one thinks your shit is cool besides low IQ MAGA cult members on X, half of which are bots, even though that doesn't make sense because he was voted in and elected and landslide, whatever. Y'all gonna find out soon in the next election. Arriba!
Perfect.
Cultural appropriation.
Nice touch. Nice touch.
Oh, that was amazing.
Well,
Okay.
geez, reading that, like, again, you're baiting into like what somebody wants you to react to. Like, if you're reacting to that, and this gets, all this does is like you're reacting to a government official who probably took like 5 minutes to make that or something.
Yeah.
Like, you could spend so much of your time focusing on something else, but instead, like, okay, great to waste everyone's time. But okay, we'll find out next election. I got comments for that.
I think it's kind of I think it's okay to be like, yo, if because he's a big streamer, it's okay that if you want to say, yo, I'm out there voting, cool, awesome. Oh, I voted for this, cool. But when you start to outgo and even because it was a landslide, I'm sorry, it was just a landslide that he got voted in, people elected that person, and that's just how it is. And they made a meme on at the White House. When you go like this, a majority, because Angry Joe, I mean, look at his channel. It's like Americana, like almost everywhere, and he doesn't realize most of his fans probably voted for Trump as well. So it's like if I was a VTuber and out of nowhere I was just transphobic, and I'm just like, girl, you're a VTuber. Every single your chat is LGBT community. I'm sorry, you got to come correct on the first stream or video and be like, hey, this is who I am. I might be this VTuber, or I might be this person or that person, but or actually, you actually don't need to say much, but you do have to be like, yo, I'm not really doing politics. I do this or that. If you vote for this, that's cool. This is my channel, cool. We just focus on video games, cool. But when you go out and do something like this, it really shows that. By the way, I want to say, Angry Joe, when he said that Veilguard sucked, he jumped over the fact that there was, propaganda in the game. He jumped over it. He literally ignored it. And I was just like, why is this sucking? This sucks. The story sucks. Are you going to mention the non-binary thing? He jumped over it.
They jump over everything.
We also got to point out, folks, that for those who are unaware, Joe Vargas, also known by his creator name Angry Joe, he is based in the state of Texas. within the United States of America, right on the tip of West Texas, right on the border with Mexico. And all I have to say to Joe is travel 20 miles south, because your opinions make a lot more sense if you were based in Mexico. So why don't you move yourself and move your crew over there and see how long your empire lasts in your homeland?
Because it's like if he would have a conversation with his parents that I don't know the story of his parents or the parents before that, because he's Hispanic. Like get the grasp of their story. Probably hasn't, because he just grew up probably in America. And you do realize that your parents came in legally, did their thing, fought for their right to be here, assimilated, and then now you're living great, living fat and happy in America, and you're thriving on your YouTube channel, and then you wonder, like, yo, fuck ICE. And I'm just like, you do know that your parents did it the right way. Why don't you have a conversation with them before you get online losing customers? I mean, he'll be fine for a while, but it is. I mean, customer, fan, that sort of thing.
Don't wait up. It'll dry up soon, because things do die on the vine, and
it takes time.
It does. And so, like, here's what I think. First of all, I'm pro First Amendment. So if this is what he wants to write about, fine. But you got to be a little bit more constructive about it, because if you're going to be upset at ICE, ask the reasons why they're there. Just going to focus on Chicago, because there's the center of ICE and its operations right now. This city would not be in the trouble that it's in where we did not have careless politicians who only wanted feel-good points and look good on social media for trying to turn the city into a sanctuary city. There never was a plan for Chicago to be a sanctuary city. There was the assumption that Biden, or then by proxy Kamala, would win in 2024, and that did not happen. But there was a lot of people who thought that would be the case and that this would go on. And I remember, everyone's all upset about ICE being in Chicago now. They were here early in February, earlier this year, conducting raids. Dr. Phil was with them. He went up to one immigrant saying, how do you know me? Like, trying to act all tough and whatever. But I mean, that's how stupid it is. We're here because of politicians' stupid decisions. And this city, which I guess gets the moniker, or either that, the label of being some sort of socialist, communist utopia, some liberal happy space, that is far from the truth. If people really knew just how hyper segregated this city is and how neoliberal corporatist its government is, there would be other words to use it than simple like words like communist or socialist or liberal fantasy. It ain't. And Chicago will be a war zone. Chicago will be a war zone. And we already have politicians that are not popular. We have a mayor that has at a 5% approval rating. So what does it tell you about 27%? No, not sorry, 27. I was going to say 27%. And what does it tell you in 2027 when we have our next city election? This city is going to be a political hotbed. And I'm kind of hyping this up maybe a little bit because I'm looking at what's happening in NYC and everything that's happening here. I understand people are upset at ICE. And I understand people are upset with the whole situation. But the main problem is you had elected leaders that had no idea what they were talking about, what they were doing. And unfortunately, innocent people are going to be caught in this crossfire. So you can say F this and find out next election. Are you sure? Because there's a lot of people who have election fatigue right now.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that could take into account that no one's talking about, voter turnout. Because the one thing that's going to matter, it's not going to matter about social identity or where you're from. It's going to be about the economy. And with this government shutdown happening and people struggling, the dollar bills will outweigh personal feelings or social standing. And I say this as someone who's on the left, but I'm politically homeless. The Democrat Party doesn't represent me. But when I look at ICE and I'm looking at the economy, my issues more are concerned with the economy and my wallet. But everyone feel the same way.
Kid, it's the orange. I know, an orange dog growling at an orange man. It's the orange man's fault, okay? Hey, you keep growling, I'm gonna call Hassan on your ass, okay?
Yo, don't bring that evil on us.
Des, what do you make of this statement from Joe and the repercussions of this mindset?
He's been crashing out over Orange Man for so many goddamn times. Like, it's been months now, and every now and then Trump does something or Elon does something. Somebody posts about it, and Angry Joe just goes nuts. He full on crashes out. People clown him in the comments, etc. I never bothered with it because at the end of the day, it didn't have anything to do with the gaming, but now it did. And so that's what I've been doing this entire afternoon. I was recording a video, now I'm gonna edit it, got shit to do tomorrow, so maybe only Saturday. But it's going to be a big one. It's going to be tackling him and the Act Man, because what gets me the most about this is the hypocrisy about it. Because these people, so many of them, there were others like a guy from Rooster Teeth as well, they're now pushing this narrative of people are seeing this picture from some random asshole on what is it, Homeland Security, right?
Mhm.
And then there's another page, I think it was GameSpot, posted an AI picture of Trump as shaking the hands of Master Chief, and these people go like, well, what happened to politics in gaming? Now they're calling this shit out, but they never called out the actual politics that are in the games industry from like
going
as a systemic thing, like the whole ESG structure, the
Yep.
fucking consultants everywhere, all of this stuff they never cared. A few months ago, about 2 months ago, Sweet Baby Inc. made its triumphant return, attacking
back?
cozy games. Because yeah, they're back. They're attacking cozy games now, and the it was purely political, a purely political presentation where it's about framing cozy games as something that pushes capitalism, colonialism, and patriarchy values, and so we
Nice.
must change that. We must change the cozy game structure, because when you plant crops and then you harvest crops and you get paid for your crops, that's toxic. So we gotta change that shit now, because an inherently normal progression system for a video game is a problem. Actman and Angry Joe didn't say shit.
Nope.
We talk
The
about
the
crops,
situation with
Ed.
Ghost of You, what?
Who's picking the crops? Huh?
We are. We're picking them up, okay? We're picking them up ourselves in the video game.
That's the you know what I want to add to that, Des, is because like you said, he's been doing this for months. Around the first month, the months that he's been doing this, I would watch his videos like normally, and then he would say stuff that obviously would not make sense. It's like, oh man, man, people like porn addled because they want attractive characters, and I'm just like, man, shut this video off. And then another video would come up and be like, it's like, man, people don't understand tariffs. And I'm like, man, shut this guy up. And then he raves about another thing, because he'll talk about Acolyte. He'll talk about what video? He'll talk about like Call of Duty being bad. He'll talk about all these things where obviously he notices that these things are bad, but he jumps. Oh no, he does not ignore it. I don't want to hear anybody say that he doesn't see it. He purposely jumps over certain topics, and he knows it, because one time he did a whole Saints Row thing about like, yo, can I talk about tits and ass and titties?
Yeah, I
And
remember.
and then his friend was like, no, we got certain protocols now. And I'm like, so you do know about that bullshit. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just like, bro,
Suddenly, it became very unpopular to talk about it, and so now here we are. And he doesn't touch on it. He avoids it. The Actman is the same thing. They avoid it. They don't bring up massive elephants, gigantic elephants in the room, like what happened with Gamescom. That whole game about crossing the border, the take north, and then the statement from the guy from Gamescom saying that
Oh,
he
you're
wants
roboting.
games to be more political. And,
you're
and
roboting
why?
a little bit.
Your mic is sounding broken, brother.
your mic.
Sorry.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
sound Spanish, Des. You sound Spanish.
A little bit of
it-
robot. But I do
If I
want
could
to add.
add on- Sorry,
Go ahead, Kit. Go ahead.
So I'll just keep it simple. Like, look, I mean, there's a lot of niches I'm interested in. Like, when I do content for my main channel, for my political channel, Hard Lens, I keep it simple. Like, hey, I'm talking about politics on the show, right? I don't talk about anything else. I might drop in some entertainment here and there, but when I do other stuff, like, there has to be a separation. You just can't just put it all in one thing, because then all of a sudden you could be alienating your very same community that built you up. If you're talking about video games and entertainment, I hate to say stay in your lane, but that's what made you who you are. Then yeah, but then of course, as I say, when you get all the figgy pudding, the algorithm and rhyme, people then get a big old head and think that they're untouchable and that the gravy train remains forever. That's not how things work. And people do eventually fall off, or either that they think they're so untouchable that they forget how they got started. It's a fascinating case study seeing people crash out, because we remember way early on, even Hassan used to play video games, and then all of a sudden politics. And now he's having a crash out because people aren't listening to him much because he's losing that figgy pudding.
I think.
Yeah,
Sorry, go
hold
ahead,
on.
Empress.
We do have to try to move on to the second part of this topic in a bit.
Oh, there's in the second part.
Yes, there is.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
I think there's like 5 parts.
So
Yeah.
that's why I just wanted to say something, and then Mr. Hardcore, you can continue. So, Angry Joe is actually one of the reasons that I wanted to start on YouTube, because his parodies were amazing, and I tried to do some of that as well before, although I don't have his resources and whatever. So he used to be a just super fun guy. That is what I associated YouTube with. And I even made like a few t-shirts of him that I designed personally. I entered the contest, like t-shirt contest that he had for a t-shirt design. He said that I look great in the t-shirt, by the way. All of those things. I was like huge fan. So after he started talking absolute bullshit, I'm like, Angry Joe turned woke? Like, what happened, man? Like, how did you lose your intelligence about those things? I mean, how can you be intelligent about so many other things, and how you do your comedy, understand sarcasm and all those things, but you don't understand what's happening in the world in your own country? You can't see nuance. You just hate or whatever. And I do know, such people in real life where we have totally different political views. But the reason is that the other person, not me, but the other person, have absolutely no clue why they hate the particular party that I like. They have no clue. They just hate it. It's like a robot. Hey, can you tell me why you hate this guy? I just hate him, man. I'm like, what? That's not an argument.
Is that a teenager?
Like
right
add
there?
some
No, it's
add
not.
some substance, like it's, and say why.
Yeah,
Orange man,
exactly.
bad, racist, sexist, homophobe.
See, you got if okay, I'm gonna keep it. The issue that the Democrats and a lot of liberals have had with Trump is that he reveals how a lot of them truly do feel, and some of them are far worse. Because I always say it, it's like, if you want to make Trump your villain, go ahead, fine. But there are far more insidious, evil people hiding in the light that would make Trump look like a saint. I mean, with him, he's at least he's up front with his BS. You get what you get with him. Everyone's surprised that he's saying all these things. It's nothing new. The only difference is who he stopped donating his money to, and that's about it. And at the end of the day, it's all a joke, because you see him going toe-to-toe with people in his own party, and you see him, this is just how he's always been. And the thing is, if you want to defeat Trump, you don't go like, ooh, name-calling. No, fight him on policy. Fight him on issues. But notice they can't, because none of them have policies. These people who are so upset and so triggered, you got to remember, it's their easy way in making money, and they still think that it's 2016, but it's not, because when Trump got elected in 2016, his first term, a lot of people, and you can say Angry Joe, everybody was jumping on board that hate Trump train. Then came Biden. Oh, it started dying. Trump gets reelected, but no, you don't get that same steroid adrenaline boost, because that's not happening, because it's all been played out before, and it's tired, it's boring, it's sad. You can find out next election. Well, how many people are motivated? And it may not be social issues. It's going to be the economy. It's going, and mark my words, I'm going to say it right here. The economy is going to be the primary issue for the next election cycle. Nothing else. I don't care what you got to say. It's going to be about money, because everyone's going to care about one color, and it's the color green.
Well, that's always been the two main issues, certainly in the West. It's between the economy, always is, and immigration. But Trump derangement syndrome is something that needs to be studied. And Joe Vargas over at Angry Joe is a great test case, because his colleagues, I don't just look at the guy himself. I also look at his team, especially when they're on camera. Sometimes they get real uncomfortable when he speaks his piece about.
I think the big dude is kind of like, I'm staying out of this. What's his name? Adam? The big dude is just like smiling, and he's just like, I don't want to say anything.
The big Mexican and the little
the big white dude.
Yeah, him.
What's his name? I think his name is Adam. And then there's other Joe, and both of them are just like,
Oh,
I'm
Alex.
staying out of that
Alex.
Yeah, his
conversation.
name is Alex.
Yeah,
Alex,
we're not
Alex, thank
muted,
you.
right? We're not. Alex, yes.
Yeah.
Look
And,
at the stuff here. Look at this. This is supposed to be by this fat guy. I didn't also know who that is. That's supposed to be the vice president of America.
Wait, is
Just
that?
made fat.
What
But
did I
Yeah.
say? What did I
Also-
say? Every single, because he had that Americano thing going on the whole fucking time, and now look, he's got an American flag. His name is American Advocates, and he's literally a fan. And now he's walking away. Look, you painted yourself as like, yo, American Superman, and then now you say this. And you want to know the funny thing is, in the past, Angry Joe was known for not being ignored by a lot of people in the gaming industry because he was honest and angry. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Because he got the figgy
Absolutely.
pudding, and now
Exactly.
he's in, and he cannot. You listen. You got to come to the fact, like especially when you get into this kind of sphere, deals with the fact that one day that train ride will be over, and you got to accept the fact, like just stay who you are, even if you do blow up in popularity. Remember that rug pull, and then you're down on the ground
It's
again.
fast. The
Yes.
rug pull is
Yeah.
so fast.
Yeah,
And just look at all these memes in response to the situation. And
Exactly.
because Des hasn't done many live streams, folks, you know, when folks are just starting to do their live streams, you've always got to lure them out into a conversation. Right? You got to lure them out of their shell. So, Des, what do you make of all these memes?
They've been incredible.
Oh, there's
They,
Joe.
it's been very satisfying to see them. Too many of, and have you seen Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers?
Yeah, you just passed it.
He's
So-
like he's got a PhD in triggering Angry Joe with memes.
Right up there. That one.
Oh,
I'm sorry for laughing.
Click on it, and I think Angry Joe and Jeremy were at each other's throats.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
one
if
is
not here, then it was in another thread. I saw it. It was amazing.
Jeremy from Geeks
then
and
there's
Gamers.
Endymion that we have to talk about Endymion, guys, and we do have to touch on two. I mean, one is newer post of Angry Joe, and one is addition to what Endymion said. So let's switch to Endymion, because Endymion to me in the past, and actually just yesterday was it?
he's still around.
He actually poops out on the news sometimes. He actually doesn't deliver the news correctly. He actually makes stuff up from time to time, especially when he deals with Warhammer 40k. He doesn't know anything, so he just literally makes stuff up. And
So he's a content creator.
he's a pretty big content creator. Smash JT knows about him. Many people know he's very big. The point is that he's also not amazingly based or whatever. He just pretends to be amazingly based. I mean, I'm watching Endymion. I mean, we both did
Yeah.
for like a year, and
For like
all of
a
a sudden
year.
he starts talking absolute lies, and he presents them as truths. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like literally, I'm in the kitchen and I'm just listening to something while meal prepping, and I hear Endymion says like one of the most ridiculous things about what's gonna happen in Warhammer 40k or whatever. And I'm like, what is this guy talking about? That's a lie. That's not based on anything. What are you talking about?
He just read a tweet. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not buying the Warhammer 40k books, and also the whole thing with Master Chief's symbolism. If you start off with Master Chief's name is believed, then I'm throwing out all of the bullshit that you just said. Oh yeah, it's like a Christian game. And then he says, and then he pulls up something from Google, and it says Master Chief's name is believed to, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, because if you say believed, then it's probably just a hearsay. Because you're saying it's a Christian game, and also I don't like the fact that he said it's a Christian game like it's a good thing, because back when he was talking about KCD2, he was saying, man, I can't believe this is a Christian game. And I'm like, nigga, so you were negative about KCD2 being a Christian game, and now you're talking about Halo being like, yo, it's a Christian game. And I'm like, which one is it?
Mr. Hardcore, I know a great show for you to be on. It's called New Blackstreet, with a Cada,
I thought about going to them.
Atreus and Cada,
Yeah.
because
I-
Endymion. Because
I honestly want to do a stream with Dez, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'll
It's
tell
very
you
fun
this,
for white women to be there. I'm just
I'll-
saying.
At least you learned many things.
Yeah, I learned many things.
Many
I'll-
words.
I'll
Yes.
just
Did they give you a pass?
Oh my god! I mean, I learned what
Oh,
is.
they would if they
Are
could
you
get
a?
what they want
the-
from her, Des. But
Ooh,
Ooh,
Rider.
she learned what is a Knight Rider
Yes.
and
You would be great in Blackstreet, Mr. Hardcore Mode.
look,
You would fit right in, Mr. Hardcore
you
Mode.
would, you honestly would. But the thing
Suck
about
my dick.
the
I also
thing about Indeed, because
was brilliant.
let's take a breath here, right? Because although I can't put my hand up, if you know, you know. I'm the only person who's actually directly interacted with Endymion on this panel. I'm not going to tell you where and when because I can't legally tell you that. Do you know why? If you know, you
Okay.
know. If you don't, well,
Let's-
go fuck
let's-
yourself.
Yeah, just
And-
yeah.
And to me, he just seems like a normal guy who speaks his piece, capitalizes on a topical situation, and then moves on. And that
Yeah.
explains why he became a prominent creator, right?
Yeah.
Unlike, say, for example, Doomcock, who's his own, larger than life character supervillain who has secret sources in Disney that no one bloody believes. I don't look for content create, and I don't think anyone on this panel or watching this show should use content creators as news sources because
No.
at the end of the day, most of us, not all of us, but most of us are not professional people. We're just ordinary people speaking up our minds on topics and other people that we're interested in or that we're passionate about or that we see as an opportunity to make a name for ourselves. Literally, there are so many different variations here. But I will point out, never let the truth get in the way of a good narrative. And it's called a culture war for a reason. That's why you see a prominent creator like Endymion capitalizing on the situation and undermine another prominent creator on the other side like Angry Joe.
Yeah, sure, but I don't mind him capitalizing and doing his thing. I mind when I definitely caught him a few times to not be genuine person and a genuine creator. I literally think, based on everything that I saw from him until now for 1 year, a period of 1 year, that he is basically a drifter. He is somebody that pretends to be on our side, but he's not. He
Yes.
just does whatever helps him in the current moment. He covers whatever it goes. And he creates this rhetoric, literally, I hate to use this word, but he does, where he pushes absolute speculation as facts. He words things to sound like the truth, directly stating, I guarantee you that this will happen and that, and this is the truth and whatever. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, literally yesterday I covered the news where he basically showed a source of information about Warhammer 40k, and he said that that's 100% true, where we actually didn't have any proof, and what he showed on the screen was not proof of any kind, but he still pushed it as such. So I have a problem where someone is literally not genuine, or he's not professional enough in this case, but also not genuine, because again, there's many other instances where he's not actually delivering information. He is spewing speculation, but he words it as truth. So the Zembro, for example, will never do that. Like, how many videos we have seen of the Zembro here?
And since when actually Endymion became a Warhammer fan so that he talks even about that?
He didn't. He just
Yeah.
rides the train. He hops on the bandwagon. Okay, he can. He can totally comment on certain things. That's his
Yeah.
right. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. He can. The point is that he takes literal lies and he says, "This is the truth, guys. This is gonna happen. I'm telling you, mark my
I think that
words."
if he changed his direction a little bit and he, instead of being someone who wants to deliver the news, instead just did like opinion pieces
Yeah.
where he shows some news but then he just gives his opinion instead of presenting things as news, maybe it would be better for him. But as it is right now, that's why I just stopped. Like in the beginning when I first started making some videos, there was one video of his that I watched which had to do with people that got cancelled, and I took his examples and then I followed up on them individually just to get screenshots. It wasn't even to make sure if he was lying or not. It was just for me to get screenshots to put on a video of mine. And that's when I saw that some of the examples that he had given were actually not real at all. And so
Oh.
from that point on, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to use him strictly as a source of news. And I'll just have to double check everything whenever I get something that came from him on Twitter or whatever. So yeah, but if he did some
if I-
opinion things
you're-
instead, maybe it'd be
if-
better.
You remember?
If I could give a suggestion, 'cause here's the thing, like
Yeah, otherwise, great this. Please share if you have such examples. Many people, other than myself, actually started noticing that other creators were calling him out. He doesn't care, of course, but a lot of people just know this by this point. Especially, like you said, if you track where this is coming from, you see that it's false. So it's like, why am I watching this guy? He doesn't actually provide me with anything.
The problem with that,
yeah.
there's another problem with that I think that is also relevant, which is people who are often against him are also the same kind of people who are often against Grums. Him and Grums have this connection. And so some people are against him in a way that is resembling like the Trump derangement syndrome, where they will throw everything at him, and there's like maybe one or two things that hit, but then there's everything else that people are throwing at him, and it's just they look crazy while they do it, and that's also why I don't think any takedown on him has worked so far.
It's the conflation argument, right? Because most people in creator spaces despise Endymion not because of his inconsistent content creation, like the Empress doesn't like him for. The vast majority of people don't like Endymion because of his associations to the likes of Yellow Flash, Smash JT, and especially Grums. Grums is despised by a massive chunk of content creators, and he has faced many accusations, mainly in regards to his own private project. But that's the vast majority of the pushback that Endymion gets.
I don't really despise Grums. I just want him to.
Then.
I just want him to work on his 8-year game that he's been working on. And also, Kit, you were saying something. We probably need to get back to Angry Joe.
yeah. Well,
We have to, but Zembro, Mr. Hardcore, you better go in and go out of the stream, so because both of your audio is constantly breaking up. And robotic. Yes,
So-
well, I have no connection to the other people that hate Endymion and Grums or Grums because of Endymion or whatever. I'm just saying like my objective observation throughout like one period of 1 year. So all the
Empress,
people that hate them, that's a separate issue. It's not.
Well, I mean, he's also half Serbian, half Canadian, so he's probably allergic to truth anyway.
Okay, so
He's kind of like our neighbor, basically.
Yeah.
but let's make this clear, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Trust in this space is at an all-time low. In fact, the biggest problem in the world today, I'd say, is a lack of trust. Because if you can't even agree on the basics, then you ain't going to get anywhere. And I think the U.S. and the political situation there is a great example of that. And you're seeing that also in the pop cultural space as well, because it's not about, unfortunately, and this is a bad thing, it's not about who's telling the truth or who's lying anymore. It's about who has the popularity. It's this weird association where
popularity
the
is
more support
key.
you have, the more we trust you and the more we think you're telling the truth. And I've had a look at Endymion stats. If the narrative, the truthful narrative that Empress was pushing was well known by the majority of people, Endymion would probably be bleeding out and losing support right about now. He isn't. He has kept on going. He's kept on growing. He's kept on gaining support. It won't be long before he hits 400,000 subscribers on YouTube. Whether we like it or not, in this day and age, it's not about whether you tell the truth or not.
It's
about
whether or not you have the most likes.
Exactly.
And if you got the swing. So here's the thing, like the best way around it is, folks, you got to do your own research. If somebody's saying something and yet their track record is wrong. It could be anybody. And I think I've learned this lesson myself, and I've seen other people use as well, like Legal Mindset. I've seen a couple other content creators too use this concept that is, all right, somebody said something, look into it, because before you say that you heard it from them, at least look at other sources, and not just with your own sphere, but outside. Like, do it, get a well-rounded idea of the subject matter, and if there's things that looks like allege or allegations or either that there's uncertainty is, don't speak about it, because you might as well get it correct and have to apologize and say, hey, I got it wrong. Okay, because that's a matter, especially in this media sphere. It's important to do your research, and you don't have to be the first one out of the gate. If you're the first one correct on it and you have the consistency of facts and you're putting the work into it, then that makes it 10 times better. And unfortunately, the algorithm in Rhyme doesn't really approve of that. Maybe because they want people to be dumbed down. You know, you got to remember, like, dumb people down by popularity. But you have to remember that, you know, everyone that you do speak to, ask them, like, hey, where are you hearing this source from? Where are you hearing it from? Because it's very easy now, I think now more so than ever, to lie and make that lie into the truth. But all lies do get exposed.
Eventually, I mean, we
I
do
think
have
it's more about
that actually lost their audience and their channels failed because they lost absolute credibility and time. So eventually, if he continues to be this way, more people are gonna notice, and he's gonna start
Well,
dropping subscribers. I mean, what the heck happened with
I'm-
internet software?
More
If you
people
reach
will-
that nuclear level, you're done, or at least you're done to a certain extent. Or like Onision, that guy. Remember that guy?
Or like
Onision?
that ordinary game guy. What was it? Mudokar. Who
Mudokar.
also lost a lot of people just for one
Let-
small
let's-
lie, actually.
Let's use another example that far more people know about, because I'd love to agree with Empress's assessment here. But if that were the case, Empress, John Delaroz wouldn't have a fucking career in this space. That man lies through his asshole, nose, ears, mouth. He has never told the truth in our space, yet he keeps on going, keeps on growing. He has the support of nearly 60,000 subscribers on YouTube, and
Don't
he is
actually watch
resonating with people.
by the way. But that's more of a YouTube problem.
I think
his problem.
I think he's that big because he's created by. I mean, physically big because he's created by lies. Actually,
Yes,
it's all around him. It's like a suit.
Yeah, he just attracts bad people around here. But again, eventually, karma is a bitch. So what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, he's very new in comparison to many other creators. So he's growing now, but who knows what's going to happen in a few years if tides change? Who knows? We'll see. But this is another post of Endymion that decided to. That this is farming. This is farming.
Yeah.
This is nothing else, because I would have left Angry Joe in the first post if I have to make anything about him and, say anything to him. But he continued to basically bully Angry Joe to show him stuff like, look at this is bad. He just farms for engagement, so I can't take him seriously. What do you guys think, actually?
Well,
December?
I just like to say one more thing, unfortunately. This doesn't surprise me in the least, because this is how most content creators make a name for themselves. If I'm known as the guy who causes Angry Joe to have a meltdown, that's a medal. That's a medal on my lapel, and I'm climbing to the top with it. So this doesn't surprise me at all.
Okay, sure, but it still doesn't change the fact that this is actually what he's doing on purpose. So yeah, December, what do you think? I want to hear your opinion first.
On who?
On how he's annoying Angry Joe here. Yeah,
I didn't hear you over. There was noise.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So basically, if you see this on the screen, Endymion just kept annoying Angry Joe with these examples that, in Halo there were some Pride Month stuff, and he just to farm engagement basically, and being super condescending to Angry Joe at this freaking tone. What's wrong, Angry Joe? Just like we are in kindergarten, how mature. You didn't like it when your favorite franchises are used for propaganda? Me?
Is that what he said? Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many of these corporations still even do that? Because I don't think they did that this year. Did they? Or no?
Halo did.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Marvel and
All right.
DC kept doing it in their comic books, sadly. I mean, there is still this Pride Month that they do with some of the characters and the covers with, LGBT Spider-Man or Batman or stuff like that. And I haven't read a modern comic book since 2016 because of that. But I keep seeing it every single year. So Marvel and DC really keep on pushing on that.
All right. Well, all right. I just thought that like they stopped.
Yeah, well, some of
never
them
mind.
did it,
Never
others
mind.
didn't.
Never
Actually.
mind.
There was definitely less of them doing it this year. That's for sure. Or some of them didn't do it on day 1 or day 2. Then around halfway through the month, they started doing it. But I do think that Halo did do it as well. Destiny as well. It is what it is. But in this case here, with Endymion, he does have those issues when it comes to consistency and having the telling the truth instead of presenting something as the truth. But in this case here, I do agree with him. Like, Angry Joe comes out, he complains about this, he frames it as if politics in games are bad, but all this time he's been quiet about it.
Yeah, exactly. He's been quiet, and now that we just have a meme that's not in the actual game, it doesn't have
Yeah,
to.
like actual
what-
politics. Like I was going to mention before, because before my thing here got all wacky on the internet. But Gamescom put out a statement. The guy from Gamescom, he wants to make games more political because kids play games, and so of course you gotta get them young. The people from GDC, they keep making pushes towards teaching developers how to make their games political. We have presentations, pictures taken, shit is plain to see, and these people never talked about it. They never brought it up like, politics in games, well, what about this? It's literally a convention of developers where they have panels hosted by giants in the industry like Xbox, Ubisoft, EA, Sony, etc., teaching developers how to make their games political.
I'm
Why are they
surprised
not talking
nobody-
about this?
I am still surprised nobody that is Access Media is talking about Take Us North. How the fuck do you miss a layup like that? It was so obvious that Take Us North. They couldn't even show the fucking trailer. How could you miss up an easy layup of like? Well, it's because they follow that ideology, obviously. But the fact that it's just like, this is not a video game. This is just some talking down to white man bad TDS. It's like you're teaching me. Listen, I like GTA, and I like pulling somebody out of their car and then stealing their car. Get it? If you want to make a game where you're sending illegals into a fucking game, I get it. But what they explained to them was not the game. What they explained to them was like, how do we get illegals into America? They didn't explain like, bro, you want to play a game where we bring some Mexicans into America illegally? Well, come on down. Here's your mechanics. Here's your loot. You need to bring in all the Don Julio into Mexico and give it to the people and get money. And I would be like, haha, this seems like a funny game where you bring illegals in. No, their stamp of approval was bring them in, Trump bad. Didn't somebody just say Trump down in that whole fucking thing? But no, just like Angry Joe, like all these fucking weirdos that don't want to say anything about what's going on with the gaming industry, they hop over that shit. It astounds me to no level. Oh, I think one more thing, and I almost fucking forgot it. No, I did forget it. God damn, I must be retarded or some shit.
Well, we're gonna clip you saying you love stealing cars because that is gold.
You know what stream you'd be really good for?
God damn.
New Black Street.
Oh my god. God damn.
But wait, what if he goes to New Black Street?
Yes.
Huh?
Oh,
Wouldn't that be a good idea?
I also have an idea. What if I go to New Black Street? Have you ever thought
Well,
about
better,
that?
yeah, way better. Yeah.
way
Fuck
better. Way
yourselves.
better.
One of the funniest things about that he was just talking about the Take Us North is that the presentation didn't even have a trailer. She was doing the PowerPoint presentation and she ran out of time before she could even show the fucking
She
game.
laughed about it, and she knew it was stupid. She
And
knew it was dumb.
And
Well,
that's
see,
the biggest problem in our industry today. That's the biggest problem in gaming today. That's the biggest problem in culture today, is that the opposition, as much as they've been beaten back on the political front, they're still infesting these institutions, folks. That's why those infestators and their enablers, like Angry Joe, are the big dragons that are burning everything down, right?
But
We can all have our thoughts on Endymion and his inconsistencies, but we've got to unfortunately pick our poison. Do we want the greater poison or do we want the lesser poison?
I wonder
Poison.
if
The only way to beat poison is to draw it out, folks. And that's what we got.
I wonder if Angry Joe knows that Obama has deported more people than Trump.
Yeah,
I
but he's
wonder if
black.
he knows. Yeah.
Well, people should know that, but they don't.
Who's
Yeah, well, see,
Oh.
again, if
Obama.
people really knew, some of the policies that were implemented under Bill Clinton or Barack Obama, people would be screaming
honey.
bloody murder. I mean, under Bill Clinton, we got rid of Glass-Steagall. Under Bill Clinton, we got rid of the protections that stopped the corporations from buying all the media space. I mean, who signed the Crimes Bill Act? Even Clinton apologized for that. Joe Biden never did. Led to the mass incarcerations of a lot of people here in the USA. Under Obama, we got rid of habeas corpus, went from 2 wars to 7. What else we got rid of?
2 wars to 7. You're right.
Yeah, no, we went to 2 wars to 7. We also, again, by the way, the people who caused the economic collapse in 2008 got away with it. No accountability, no nothing. So the thing is,
say, guys, thank you to
Yeah.
Furious Dan for the first donation of the night. Thank you so much, Furious Dan. He says, "Hey, Dignity, I heard you are an undercover Maharaja."
Okay, Dan, stop accusing me of being Indian. I wash my hands. I wash my clothes. I have a bath. I am not Indian. You are Indian.
Okay, he can stay. He made him mad. I like him.
Okay, guys, we can move on to the next 2 topics of the night, if you will. I think that
But
Angry Joe is milked to the
unfortunately-
to the very end.
Yeah,
Although he's so fat
I just
that could-
remember one thing actually
Okay,
that I was really surprised when we watched his review of Battlefield 6,
Oh yes.
and he was complaining about how the main enemy is this not real country, Pax Armata, whatever, and he wanted actually for them to say real countries and not be afraid to say it, and
because God forbid
lash it
somebody
out.
gets offended.
yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
then he's woke.
Yeah.
And I watched that, and then the Empress tells me, "Hey, did you see what Angry Joe has done?" And I see that post and say, "But
He
what the
might be
hell?"
so retarded that he doesn't understand that relates to wokeness.
Yeah.
Also, he lost my respect a long time ago when he watched the new Superman 6 times and he liked it. But
Yeah.
anyway, but anyway,
Yeah, you gotta be so annoyed for
Kit,
that.
were you about to bounce?
Yes, I'm gonna have to bounce up out of here. Unfortunately, my stay is very short, but I first of all want to say just thank you to this panel for inviting me on. I look
Sure.
forward to being on next week when we have, I guess, back to our regular schedule, or because
Yep.
there's time travel going on here, folks. It's starting to get a little nuts here. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, safe week/weekend, and tomorrow's All Hallows Eve. So watch out for the ghosts, ghouls, goblins, and gremlins out there, and just be safe out there. And nothing but
and
love.
Angry Joe.
And then you
Bye
show,
for
yeah.
now.
Kit.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kate. Have a good one. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, Des, likewise. I hope we meet again. All the best to you. Keep doing all the great work that goes for everybody here. All right.
Take
Thank
care,
you,
man.
Kid. Thank you.
Have
Take
a
care.
good one.
Have a good one. And check Kid's channel down below. Everybody are tagged in the description of this video. Okay, guys. So we can call it an Angry Joe at the 53rd minute and 60 seconds.
Don't worry, I already wrote down the timestamp. Take it away.
Okay. So now we have. Oh my god. Hold on. Sure. So now we have golden pair buttons. And
What?
We got a bit of an audio issue on your end.
Yeah, you sound like you're underwater, which can't be because you're dry.
That's very weird.
No.
Okay.
Weird.
So we have this on the screen. The Witcher Season 4 review, the Henry Cavill less fourth season, Henry Cavill less.
I mean, it's less. It's one Henry Cavill less anyway. So
I am confused with this use of English. The Henry Cavill less fourth season is the best yet somehow.
because
Unbelievably.
it's coming from Timo.
Oh,
my
Games
God,
Radar.
Chris Hemsworth is in this. Oh wait, that's his brother.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, that's his
See,
brother.
even they don't like the fact that Cavill's not in here.
Mhm.
Nobody likes it.
Yeah, nobody. Okay, let's read a bit. So let's get this out of the way up front. And for some sections of the audience, you're not going to like this. But the Henry Cavill as Witcher season 4 is the best season of the show yet. Oh, that just like Endymion, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like Endymion Road.
Haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah, it's more focus, more fun, and fantastic setup for the end of the series in season 2. To take a step back, a lot of this probably depends on what you want out of The Witcher, and that's even more complicated than usual when it comes to the fantasy franchise. There are fans of the books, fans of the video games, fans of the Netflix show, and spin-offs. Well, that doesn't mean that we have to take crap,
Yeah,
the fact that we come
exactly.
from every other place, and definitely fans of Cavill. The latter likely fuming over his absence from season 4. What? Who wrote this? He's fuming? Hey, he's he's doing very good at Warhammer 40k right now. Replaced in the role of Geralt of Rivia by actor Liam Hemsworth. It's like they kicked him out of the show and he didn't have anything to
Well,
say about it.
I mean, actor. Just by Liam Hemsworth. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, before we continue quickly, by Furious Dan, hey Digny, don't be ashamed being a Maharaja.
And you can't even spell Maharaja, okay? You're spelling it wrong.
Okay, well that's
How
how
do
we
you
say
know
it.
how to spell it?
Yeah, exactly. How do you know?
Because I'm British and we don't like India.
Okay.
I thought you were Israeli.
I'm also Israeli. I'm dual citizenship.
You're absolutely everything. Okay, so yeah, basically, guys, as you can see, Henry Cavill's probably fuming, and that's probably a fact because this article said so. Now we continue. While we won't speak of the rest purely on the basis of the show itself, nearly every aspect is vastly improved in season 4, and one of the biggest aspects of that is the simplification of the plot, which has the added benefit of focusing the stakes dramatically. What?
Can I? Could,
Yes, continue.
No, the only thing that matters is whether or not the story is compelling and good and able to draw people into the story. If it was complex and good, that's great. If it was simple and good, that's great. The problem is the only thing that actually truly mattered was season 1. They already fucked up even in season 1, but they also fucked up in the season 2 and 3. Now they're fucking up on 4. We all knew it. Henry Cavill did the best he could at the time. Just like with like any, has anybody ever watched a movie that was really compelling but really intricate and kind of hard to understand, but it had a level of like something, it had a level of like filmmaking that drew you in even though it was complicated.
Yes.
You
Event
can
Horizon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love those kinds of movies.
Exactly.
And games too.
Like you can that I think people will still be drawn into those sort of stories. Being simplistic is okay, but you can't be simplistic with a brand. You brought us a new Witcher and you don't even show him that much. You show Yennefer. You can't be simplistic. You're not simplistic any way at all. It's just women. That one Witcher dude, women. And it's just like, last time I checked, if you look at all the books, Witcher, Geralt's on all the front of them. So what you mean by that? But
On the front of them? What?
He means on the cover.
Oh, okay,
On
thank
the
you.
cover.
I was imagining other stuff, yes. Yennefer also has to kind of look as white as me, and we got like an Indian.
I mean,
just to
kind
put-
of,
I
yeah.
saw
What
a
is
Chinese
happening?
woman. I saw a Chinese woman in the new season, and I'm like, what are you doing here?
What are you
Guys,
doing?
guys, it's a Netflix show. Have you
Yeah,
guys seen the
I know.
Netflix adaptation memes.
I think that's why they say in the article that this will be the best season yet, just because we got total shit in season 2 and 3, and in comparison, this must be something wow.
It's like, wow, it's more simplistic in season 4.
More
And I'm like,
simplistic.
yeah, that
Essentially, it tells
like
you guys who are watching this are stupid because you couldn't understand what we were telling you in 2 and 3. So here you go now for all of you simpletons. You're just simple story. Man, the book aren't simple. The books are great.
We're so sophisticated.
You know,
and just because it's simple now does not mean we're somehow fucking stupid. It means you can't write. He's
Exactly.
like, you're coming in here into a space. Also, you didn't even listen to the main author of the books. You threw him away. Okay, so you disrespected the author. You disrespected the main cast member, which is Henry Cavill. So by simplistic, you mean you threw out all the good shit and kept your own stuff. That's what you actually mean.
yeah.
And they also seem to have a bias towards the games.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
guys,
we
just
already know what. But sorry. Go ahead.
quickly to go through the super chats and then we continue. So
Yeah, we
Peter
do have
Dan
some.
says, "Hey, Digny, stop being a cheap Jew."
You
So
know, Dan,
baby,
thank you for your donation, Dan. No, thank you for your clear anti-Semitic rhetoric. I hope you get cancelled, Dan.
and then we have from Disgusting, my dear friend, Table Witcher is brought to you by the Modern Audience Fun Makers.
True.
Yay!
Thank you,
Oh,
disgusting.
thank you so much, Fears Dan. Thank you so much, Helzo. And then we have absolutely the legendary, the amazing. I clicked something else.
The amazing roadkill.
Roadkill. With the $9.99, Digny works for the IDF.
I knew it.
I don't work for the Indian Defense Force. I work for the Israeli Defense Force. There is a difference.
That's why your leg is hurting. You're secretly a freaking soldier. I knew it.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so let's continue a little bit. So the first 3 seasons of the show were elevated by some superb monster fights and Cavill's growly
Monosyllabic.
Monosyllabic.
monosyllabic. What is that?
I mean a word.
Okay,
Monosyllabic.
never freaking heard of it.
This is
Get
how-
out. The cast has also been a highlight from the conflicted sorceress Yennefer, or the demo version of her, of
Indian
Vangerberg,
version.
Anya Chalotra, and Witcher sorceress in trading Ciri Freya Allen, to the standout bard Jaskier Joey Beatty.
Yes.
He doesn't stand out. He's gay now. That's it.
Yeah, he can't stand out.
I mean, didn't they make Jaskier like bisexual or something like that?
Yeah, he did. And they didn't make him bisexual. They made him gay because that's the only thing that they
Oh,
think
it's
about.
okay.
That's the only.
You're gay.
They said, listen, this character definitely is interesting in the books, but like I said, let's make it simplistic and just make him gay, and that's it. That's it. I bet the 4th season is just him bitching and crying that he's not getting his ass fucked. I'm
By Geralt. By Geralt.
like,
Oh
girl,
no!
I thought it was King Radovid.
Stop it! Stop it! I mean, might as well.
Might as well. Yeah.
So, but weighing it down was some confusing and unnecessary timeline madness, a mythology that only occasionally made sense or connected to the main action of the characters, and a murky seriousness that was at odds with some of the more standout comedic moments, like the always delightful duo of Geralt and
Jaskier.
Jaskier. What did I say?
Jaskier.
Yeah. Okay. Or the fun family storyline between Geralt, Yennefer, and Ciri. And what the heck happened with that woman with that other sorceress with the red hair?
Tres.
Yeah,
Tres
Tres,
Marigold.
who looks like, oh my gosh, what is this? I don't-
67 years old.
Yeah.
Thank you, but no, she's totally wrong. Ethnicity, everything's wrong,
Mhm.
and it's wrong, by the way. So yeah,
Did you mention that it's wrong?
yes, I mean, at least she could have been attractive, but she's not even that. She's supposed to be very attractive.
Pretty attractive in the books and in the games.
It's like they
That's
looked at the games and they were like inverted.
Yeah.
Dead,
Yes.
dead curly hair, not white, not even pale. dead tits, and I'm just like, yeah, I like you, Geralt. And I'm like, you think you're gonna make it? You think? Listen, we got an Indian woman playing as Yennefer now, and even she looks good. At least we'll keep her. She at least looks good. Who the heck do you think, Mr. Hardcore Mode? You sound racist. I am. Anyway, let me continue. I'm just saying, if you want to make your own book with these kind of characters, go ahead. But don't come up here and be yourself, Netflix. I'm just telling you like it is. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah.
I like how the more racist I am, the more quiet you guys get.
I mean,
That's
sure.
perfectly fine, Mr. Hardcore. A black man being controversial won't blow up a channel. I'll tell you that for a fact.
You're not wrong.
Yep. Okay, that's a lot. So Yennefer, actually, we do think that she looks good.
She looks good.
She's just not freaking Yennefer.
She's not supposed to be that.
And she only looks good when she's like all done with makeup, like Yennefer's supposed to look like all day long and all the time. But then they make her like look regular in the normal setting when she's in the forest or something. Like, what are you doing? She's supposed to be looking glamorous all the time. That's kind of like the thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like like when you go through that transformation, you take out any semblance of ugliness, and this is what you look like. But this is the payoff. You can't have children. You mean that's the trade. But I find that fascinating. I think the Yennefer that they got is great. It's just she's too overblown now, especially with season 4. And we all saw the trailer, and we didn't see Geralt in that trailer. We saw him for 2 seconds, I think. And,
yeah, well, he said fuck.
oh
So
yeah,
I think that just qualifies him right away.
Not even as good as Henry Cavill used to say it.
Yeah, he just like how was that scene?
He kind of sounds like the new Superman, when he said sure, and this was like fuck.
Golly gee, fuck.
God, gee,
you want to know what sucks about this is the fact that we're the porn braid addled people talking about we want attractive females in video games. But as soon as we talk about Henry Cavill coming back to Geralt, coming back to be Geralt, everybody's like, yeah, I agree because he's handsome. And I'm like, oh, so now we're talking about a guy who's handsome. We all agree we want him to be in it because he's hot and he's a big dude. Everybody agrees. But as soon as I say like, yo, can your characters in your video game, the females be attractive? Oh,
Gooner.
Come on, guys. I know how to save this Netflix Witcher. It's very simple. 1A, 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 1A. Yeah, that'll save the fucking universe, won't it, James Gunn? 1A.
Yeah.
James Gunn, the absolute manifestation of being a dumbass while also being arrogant mother ever.
That's why I hope that Netflix won't buy Warner Brothers, because then we'll get the same
guys,
people over again.
I would rather watch Rebel Moon 10,000 times than the most recent Superman film.
There were a lot of women screaming on that show in slow motion. It was great.
I mean, including Superman, don't forget. He's crying.
Oh, and Rebel Moon. In Rebel Moon, every woman was like,
that's what
and I was like, yo,
watch it.
No, we didn't.
Kind of unbearable, so.
Unbearable. If people ever said that we are Snyder bros or things like that, I mean, I don't know how you can be a bro, but they tell us you bros and say, wait a minute.
I'm so manly right now. Okay, let's.
By the way, did they even explain how Geralt changes his face in that, or just?
They should, at least that was the idea at the beginning when they said that they're gonna recast Henry Cavill. The idea was that they're gonna show that he changed the body somehow. Like what freaking?
He regenerated.
Yes,
they Doctor Who him.
Doctor Who.
I thought about that, by the way. But okay, cool. Then can we make a Yennefer switch bodies and become
into a
white woman?
You sound racist. You sound real racist right now.
Only witches can regenerate in Netflix's Witcher.
Yeah, only.
They can make up whatever they want. In the
Yeah.
trailer already, you got Geralt, ripping the heart out of a wraith?
Yeah,
What was
I'm
that?
like, that's not how it works. Oh, also dragging him for longer than like 8 seconds, and I'm like, what is this? And you might as well just show me the rope right goddamn now. What is this? He's just dragging him left and then right, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure this. I don't know. But let's read the last paragraph right
Yes,
there.
Yeah.
and also I just like to add that whoever even thinks that we are racist because they don't understand humor and whatever, I will point them to the fact that to me they're absolutely booksist towards the books
Books.
because they do not respect the lore.
I
and
like
Right.
that, Empress. We're gonna come up with our own names now. I like that. Books.
We're not
Books is their
racist,
book.
guys.
Oh, you
There's
here
one-
for
there's one
new
black
thing.
person
I
here.
get two comps.
Yes, my new expression is I got TwitchCon by a boss from Elden Ring's Night Train DLC that I finished like 2 days ago. Basically, a thing with the white hair kissed my character.
Yeah,
It's
it
called.
grabs you and it kisses you, and you got Twitch
Against
comps.
my will, yeah. So I got TwitchCon in the game.
That's Empress 2025.
Yes. Also, my strategy was ass pee. That's how it's called. Strategy to defeat the boss by poking him in the ass, and you also hit the pee with a trident.
Fun
Fun.
times at Flames. Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
fun times.
This
Okay.
show-
But anyway, that's Padawan.
This show is not racist. There's a black person here.
Yeah.
True.
I like how
People
you point at me and I'm the racist, and I'm like, don't come to me. It's like,
I mean, look how international we are. We have a black guy. We have two Bulgarians, Portuguese.
Digny is everything.
Dignity, you're everything. So
Hey, wait until I get on a Netflix show. I won't look like this, folks. I won't. My hair will be white and my face will be black.
I
Oh
knew
wow,
it.
that's
Oh,
something
boy.
new.
I fucking knew
So
it.
Morgan Freeman,
with
basically.
Indian accent.
Carry on, Empress.
Carry on. Yes, we also Slavic, by the way.
Mm.
Slavic. Okay, so by weighing down and some confusing answers, I read this. Jaxia, Geralt, chickens. Okay, so all that gets tied up in season 4. It might simply be that the show is marching towards its end game, or less charitably, whatever was happening behind the scenes between Cavill and the production. But the outcome is that each of our main trio has a clear arc, a clear mission, and a clear stakes to deal with in season 4. In season 3,
Before
Yes.
you say that, the only clear mission is where's Siri? Where's Siri? Where's Siri?
Sparkle, you're
Siri's gone
robotic.
again.
You're stuttering. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
stuttering.
stuttering. I apologize. Am I still stuttering?
I don't
You
hear
can
you
go
stuttering.
If you like.
No, it's probably a her issue. But how rude was that?
My internet is perfect.
So someone is trying to censor our black person here.
Yes.
Oh.
Racist.
I'm
It's
your
the
black person.
more thingy.
We're
I
going
need
back.
to get a black person here.
You know
See,
what? Perfect stream you'd be good for, Logan. New Black Street.
Yeah.
God damn! Now you both of you have to re-enter the stream, guys. Re-enter, please.
Yeah.
Both of you are robots. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not getting that. That is
Really?
no. I'm hearing them clear as day, perfectly fine. But I'm not sure about the audience. They might not be able to hear the what was the black guy's name? Hardcore and Decembro, but I can hear them clear as day.
That's very weird because to us it's like horrible
Yeah, maybe
stuttering.
really if some of the guys in the chat can give us
testing.
Perfect.
signal. Perfect.
That's perfect. We're just waiting for December to rejoin.
I want to read some of this. Can I read some of this?
Go ahead.
Please,
yeah.
please do, please do.
Good. In the season 3 finale, Geralt was gravely injured fighting rogue sorcerer. What the hell is that name? Vilgefortz, played by unpronounceable actor Jadu. Let's call him Jadu because it's easier to pronounce. And is now stumbling his way across the continent to save Ciri from the show's big bad Emperor Emir, played by Bart Edwards. Wow, someone must have been a Simpsons fan.
Can-
Not aware that Siri is actually miles away. In the process, he gathers a fellowship, come on, to help him and through the new group and his actual need for help thanks to the injuries. It gives Geralt a chance to grow and open up in a way he hasn't for the previous 3 seasons. I'm going to say this like a Californian. It also gives the show the single best episode it's ever done as the group sits around a fire telling their stories. Okay,
Oh my
Can I?
Sure.
I want. You're a bad journalist if you put the big bad, the show's big bad. You're a bad journalist. I'm sorry. You're a lazy, bad journalist, and I'm sorry that you're getting paid. When you're talking about a story, can you have a little bit of like feeling with it? You don't have to put a whole bunch of big words in your article, but when you say the show's big bad, it means you don't give a fuck about anything that you're saying. The show's big bad? Come on, man. If somebody sees this and they're a kid and they're like, I want to be a journalist, I show them this and they're like, man, do I need to take my literature class? I mean, you see what I'm seeing? Anyway, I'm just saying.
It's this kind of mindset, folks. And this article was released very recently. The show is due for release or has released. We're in that state of flux at the moment. And people need to finally understand that these streaming services they're very inconsistent. Sometimes they make great projects and sometimes they just make awful ones. But standouts include Lawrence Fishburne as an absolutely delightful vampire medic named Regis, because that makes perfect sense.
He's actually white.
He's actually white in the books.
Yep, makes perfect sense if you're Netflix. Who keeps popping up like he's on a Saturday night public access horror movie marathon. Did a certain woman write this article? You guys know what woman I'm referring to, but I'm not naming the creature. What was that? Menger Shang.
Mangy Carl.
Zhang.
Zhang. Yeah, I know my Chinese. I have Chinese eyes. But imagine if your Western name was Menger. My goodness. Menger Zhang as Archer Milva, who made an awkward debut in season 3, but quickly manages to become the heart of the group, thanks to our good friend DEI. And the confidant Geralt needs, confidant rather. Nowhere is the creative refresh more apparent than with Milva, which is a very exotic name, where it feels like the production looked at what went wrong in the previous season and pivoted appropriately. And the only pivot they made, folks, was that they got rid of an actor who actually cares about a project.
Yeah.
Wherever Henry Cavill goes, trouble always follows him,
I feel
because
sorry for that guy.
he has a heart, right? And if you want to succeed in Hollywood or in the entertainment industry, you've got to be a heartless, soulless bastard who doesn't care about any role he's in or she's in, and just read what's being given to you and move on to your next project. We've seen we've seen what happens to actors and actresses who get out of line. The one that's in my mind the most at the moment is Johnny Depp. Another is Mel Gibson. There are more controversial examples, but I will not name those. Oh, wait, there's another. Gina Carano.
Kevin Sorbo.
J.K. Rowling.
Yep.
Milva sounds like something else, by the
I
way.
do find I honestly, like I said before, I honestly don't understand. Well, they're going to do it anyway, but this is a good way to tell that these people are going to be replaced by AI because they keep on fucking up and losing money, and companies care more about money than actual like propaganda stuff. They'll do it because like, oh, I guess this is what the kids like, when in actuality it's just ESG and them collecting a paycheck, and certain higher ups are going to get paid out of this ESG and sort of DEI stuff. Meanwhile, the people that they hired, the Asians, and by the way, the only people that were supposed to be remotely right are the two black people that were with the Golden Dragon. That's actually in the books. There's actually like dark people that were hanging around with that Golden Dragon in the previous episodes with Henry Cavill. But the other ones, it's just like there were no Asians. It's like, I'm sorry, there were just no. It doesn't matter what I say, because these people are going to get laid off, and that's just the way of it. There's not going to be a season 5. There's just not. Like, I can understand Stranger Things because it's its own thing. But this is Witcher, and people are getting sick and tired. Just like The Last of Us, and then they do The Last of Us Part 2 seasons on the HBO series. The same people that were like, man, why are people upset about The Last of Us? The show is great. And obviously they changed things and we didn't like it. But then they see The Last of Us Part 2, and then they kill Joel, and they're just like, why does this suck now? And we're just like, yeah, well, we're waiting for you to, feel the same way we did, because
it was nicer to see that in live action, because we finally get to see Pedro Pascal removed for the first time since Game of Thrones. So that's a unique plus. But take a look at the picture, folks. Take a look at the picture of Lawrence Fishburne. He is a commensurate professional actor in doing what we do. He has a career going back decades.
Great actor.
And his career was not undermined by Matrix Resurrections, because he wasn't in it. And just look, right? I think it's a great visual portrayal of the character, but it's not the proper portrayal of a character. Okay, we know what Regis looks like. We know how he is described, and that is not the proper visual description. It's very well presented. That's one thing I'll give Netflix shows, is that they are very well presented. They've got a lot of style for the most part, but a lot of them don't have substance. And the Stranger Things argument you made, Hardcore, Stranger Things kind of built the reputation of Netflix.
It was this brand new thing. They were just like, let's try something new. And I was like, cool, awesome. It touches on D&D, and that's pretty cool. The other side, the dark side. And I was like, cool, this is a brand new IP. Finally, somebody with an idea. But then you reach IPs that are well known and obviously predominantly white, like Lord of the Rings and The Witcher. And I'm just like, cool, represent it. And then you get Netflix doing this sort of thing. And I'm just like, if you want to make something with diverse characters, just make it on your own. But they can't, because the Writers Guild and all their friends don't know how to fucking write. They don't know how to fucking live. They don't know how to walk around and just think for a second. When it comes to sci-fi, they don't know how to write about sci-fi. Alien Earth was shit. And also, I don't know why they do this, but every time when there's a black character playing a white character, they do hairstyles like this, and I'm like, nigga, you're trying too hard. You're trying way too hard with that hairstyle. I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, it's like looking at a black dude wear emo clothes with an emo hairstyle, straightening his fucking curly hair out, and I'm just like
fully camouflaged in the night.
It's
cultural appropriation.
Exactly.
Bodies like The Witcher.
Everybody is regenerating now.
Everybody are talking cool now.
Yes.
Well, what
Except
about
Dr.
Dez? What does Dez make of all this?
Yeah.
Oh, fellas, I didn't watch any of this shit. I watched the first season of the show. I was pissed off around the end, and then the second season rolled around. I didn't have a subscription. I didn't bother to get one. Then I got one. I watched like one episode, and two episodes, I think. And then I didn't follow up anymore, and I'm just over it. I don't really care about the Witcher show anymore. They totally ruined a huge opportunity. They could have had their own Game of Thrones. Even with this, like Lawrence, I love this guy. He's a great actor, but like this is not the role, and it's just mistake after mistake and shit.
I think no one wants their own Game of Thrones. It's like 4 years of perfection followed
No,
by 4
yeah,
years.
you know what I mean. I think, yeah, like, yeah, just I mean, like before,
Yeah.
before it went to shit,
The first
they could have done everything perfectly, you know, get that thing going perfectly, and then realize, okay, fellas, now we know what happened with season 7 and season 8 to some extent, season 6. Let's not do that. But they just everybody's so fucking stupid in this industry. They're so stupid that I think that even when it comes to AI, I'm genuinely afraid that the wrong people are going to be replaced by AI. Like, they're going to get rid of the good creatives just like they did now, and instead of replacing them with bad creatives want to do woke shit, they're just going to replace the good creatives with AI, and the woke morons are going to be there anyway.
That's the terrifying thing about technology, Des. You put enough capabilities in it, you won't be able to control it. But yeah, the thing, Empress and Logan side piece that I find fantastic about this. Well, he is on the side and he looks like a piece, so I'm going to call him a side piece. But
Piece of
the
what?
thing that strikes
Wait, like a piece?
Piece
the
of what?
the thing that strikes me most about this article is the moment I first saw it, right? Because you scroll all the way up, scroll all the way to the top, Empress, if you can, and all the
Yeah.
way up, 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 up. There we go. You see the title. The Henry Cavill's fourth season is the best yet. Scroll down a little, just a little more. There we go. One of the cons is Hemsworth isn't Cavill.
Well,
Yeah.
yay.
Well, yes. I mean, I like
A
him as
child
a
could
actor
write
and
an
how-
article better than this. A
It's
child.
so classic.
I also want to preface this. The cons outweigh the pros, and if you look up, they're doing the typical journalist thing where they say like, "Oh my gosh, this show that's obviously not good is the best yet." And I'm like, "Why did you say that in your article?" Like, look, if you look up, well, it's like they're literally saying in the title, "Man, I would really like it if you had Henry Cavill in this show, but you know what? It's the best yet." The Henry Cavill I'm just like, just say it with your chest. Just say, "Hey, this show, please." He's like this, and they even say may not be what video game and book fans expect. And I'm like, that should be a big negative. So what do you mean like this is the best yet? And then I'm like, oh yeah, this is Games
Well,
Radar.
because of the
Right,
first pro. Why
I
don't you
think
read the
they-
first pro over there?
Yeah.
Funner and fun. No. Funnier and fun.
Funnier.
What the fuck? Who the fuck
Who
wrote
the
this?
fuck? Who wrote
Not
that?
supposed to be funnier or
But I
fun.
think that they think that this is the best one yet because of the last of the pro. Lawrence Fishburne is a vampire,
Ah.
and
That's
this is
a-
supposed to
pro.
win you over, you know, because it's him and he's a vampire, guys.
So if we
Don't
just
you
start
understand
spending
that?
copious amounts of money and throw in big actors that cost copious amounts of money, people
Yeah.
will come. Wow, that shit don't work. It doesn't work. I'm
doesn't?
sorry. If you
Why?
throw in Samuel Jackson in a fucking Lord of the Rings movie,
Now
people
that's
will
what
be
I'm talking about.
You shall not pass, motherfucker.
I will tell you one thing, guys. One thing. People will not come.
The Orcs are
Because-
taking the motherfucking hobbits to Isengard.
People will not come because this whole thing with The Witcher has been one constant edging.
Exactly.
They will not come at all
Exactly.
because we never get the real Witcher anyway. So
Yeah.
we got like 1 or 2 good episodes and that's it. So
Henry Cavill wouldn't even want to be in this, to be honest.
I
He was
honestly-
so done.
Yeah,
I honestly believe, right, that the Witcher franchise would have been in a better position in 2025 if The Witcher 3 had never been released, because it would have been an underrated franchise that stayed under the radar,
Oh,
that
niche.
wasn't touched by Western entertainment.
This is why we like niche things, because
Mm.
people leave that shit alone. As
Yeah.
soon as people get eyes on Witcher, you
Mhm.
constantly have to think about gatekeeping. As soon as
Mhm.
people get their eyes on Warhammer, you're thinking about gatekeeping. Hell, I'm watching Space King for the first time, and and, and I'm just like, I'm gonna gatekeep the shit out of this. We're already getting weirdos saying like, "Yo, girls can become like psycho warriors." No, you can't. No girls allowed. So even the developers of Space King are just like, we're gatekeeping. No girls. Get the fuck out of here. You're a fucking loser. And I'm like, thank God, somebody with a
Because-
backbone.
And I
Yeah, but that's
honestly, I'm
Warhammer.
sorry.
That's a continuation of what Warhammer. It's a Warhammer thing
Mm.
where there's not supposed to be girls in factions that are only male, and they just continue that and make a parody of it. So this is what this is about. It's not about gatekeeping women. It's about gatekeeping women because this is also in Warhammer 40k and supposed to be
Fair
like
enough.
this.
You say it's a parody, Empress. I
Yeah.
honestly believe, as an outsider looking in, that Space King will last longer than Warhammer 40k because of the rot that is seeping in. And it's beginning to seep in to Warhammer 40k from an outsider looking in's perspective. Games Workshop haven't been handling things well at all. It's only now that people are really starting to see the negative repercussions of their rule. And by now, I mean right here, right now. And by people, I mean the majority of people looking from the outside in. It's a common thing. No wonder George Martin won't finish Game of Thrones, because he knows whoever tries to finish it is going to ruin it.
No, that's not why he's not finishing it. He's not finishing it because he's a lazy fat ass. That's
Oh, you
why he's
mean-
not finishing
he's
that
a-
shit.
Yes.
Problem.
That
No,
sounds
no, we're not
fair.
gonna give him that scapegoat. Fuck that that fat fucking.
Where's the
lazy
lie?
Fucker. How many fucking things is he gonna go like? Oh, you want me to work on Elden Ring? I got time. Fuck you.
Well, what do you mean I should have written this? It was raining all day yesterday. I can't just go and write
Come
a
on,
goddamn
guys.
book.
I'm not going to write the end of Game of Thrones or A Song of Ice and Fire. I'm actually going to sue people who try to end it for me.
Didn't
Uh-oh.
aren't they working on something on Netflix called The Rats, a Witcher tale?
Oh, gosh.
Oh no! Don't tell me about another
Oh,
spin-off
God,
like the
no.
previous one.
Oh, you
I
didn't
will
see
talk
it?
about-
You might want to see that. Oh god, it's called The Rats, a Witcher tale.
No.
After we tried to watch the first episode of that spin-off with
Oh my
their
god.
many group of diverse characters like the elf,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Blood
lost-
Origins.
things like that.
You
Jesus
you
Christ. Oh,
No.
I don't you might want actually,
Did
you know what? Let-
animated movie that they made based on one of the stories again. I forget what was the
We
name,
did.
where the guy from the game actually voices Geralt, but he's supposed to be this Geralt in this universe.
Yeah.
Man, that was horrible.
They call it a spin-off movie, and I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, up to the moon. Okay, so yeah, the things that are happening in Warhammer 40k are basically horrible, and that's why I have a lot of things to cover for the last few weeks.
Long live Space King, the successor to Warhammer 40k. Now let's talk about how Santa Claus won't finish his book.
Yes, yes. So next topic, guys, it is coming. Don't forget to hold on to your butts. Are you holding to your butts? I want to know.
It's nice
I mean,
to
it's
see.
holding other things. Yeah.
It's nice to see the side piece on camera. Yeah, nice to see you.
Logan's like, I'll wait until the camera's off.
Well, I mean, the throne ain't big enough for two people, so
That's
I'm
factual.
just a primarch there, as we say. So just
No, no,
anyway.
She can sit on your lap. You know what? Let's
Oh,
continue.
damn, you were saying what I was thinking.
no. Okay, let's go, guys. So, last topic of the night is Game of Thrones author George R.R. Martin has taken OpenAI to court, and he is winning. Digny, would you like to read this in your funny voice? Because I think that's going to be
I don't
funnier.
have a funny voice. I
I'll
can
do it.
speak English.
I'll do it.
Okay. No, black people aren't allowed to speak on this show. I mean, read on this show. The
You're just mad I
scale-
talked about your favorite fat white dude.
Santa Claus. The scales are tipped in favor of George Martin and his fellow authors in their case against OpenAI. Scroll down. There's George Martin, also known as Santa Claus. George Martin and a cohort of other authors have taken OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, to court, and so far they're winning. Things have taken a positive turn for Martin and the other plaintiffs, i.e., the people suing OpenAI, because 2 new theories of infringement have been advanced against the tech giant. That means the plaintiffs now have 3 different ways of winning the case. The damages awarded for copyright infringement reach up to $150,000, which OpenAI makes a minute. The first argument is that using copyrighted books to train AI models counts as infringement, while a newer one relates to books being pirated from shadow libraries, some of which are used for training. The third argument is that answers generated by ChatGPT are substantially similar to the books they're trained on. Yes, that's called learning. The prior class complaints asserted a cause of action for copyright infringement and alleged that OpenAI impermissibly downloaded and reproduced plaintiffs' books. The judge wrote via The Hollywood Reporter, which is used as a source. Why are articles using articles as sources? I do not know. Of the third claim. Quote, the fact that many of the allegations in prior class complaints suggested that the ultimate purpose of the reproduction was to train OpenAI's large language models is not dispositive, unquote. The publication reports that, per the court, a reader could, quote, easily conclude, unquote, that detailed summaries are, quote, substantially similar, unquote, to Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire books because they, quote, convey the overall tone and feel of the original work by parroting the plot, characters, and themes of the original, unquote. The next stage in the case will involve a summary judgment where the court decides which claims will go to trial. Can I make a point before we continue? Right?
You're the one talking. Go ahead.
Yeah. The point of this is, as I referenced earlier on, as I was speaking through this article, OpenAI especially, but it's far from the only company that dabbles in AI, has so much money that even if you find them in the tens of billions annually, it would not dent their profit margins. AI as an industry is only getting more and more profitable with each passing year, and the profitability is going to go into the trillions because of the reduction of labor cost involved for hardware and for software. I'm going to stop talking now because I sound like Ben Shapiro. So take it away, Mr. Hardcore. Go on, speak.
Me?
Go on.
What do I got to say about this? 2 things. When it comes to these sort of things, because this is what's going to happen in the future. There's going to be some AI film out there, and some people might like it, but also people are going to notice something with AI stories that they all start to sound the same. It's not going to be tomorrow. It's not going to be this year or the next year. It'll probably be years and years down the line where somebody's going to be like, yo, this has AI, but it's a good story. And then without even realizing it, somebody who else, because that's what they're doing. These chat GPT and all these other sources and stuff, they are stealing from other people's work. I mean, let's just be honest, they're stealing from other people's work. Well, guess what? Somebody else using AI is stealing from who they're stealing. So it's like a chain reaction of stealing somebody else's work. And then, of course, there's going to be court cases, but it's basically you're going to end up with stories that are sounding the same way. It's just like, yo, that was a good story. Awesome. Great. And I can't wait to see another one. And then they see another movie and they're like, wow, that's just like the other movie. And then they see a third one and they're
now with normal people doing it.
Yeah. Even like right now, we don't really have like film out there with AI, and it's happening right because there's a lot of games right now where all these fucking butch fucking ugly like fucking Asian or whatever fucking revenge stories with Ghost of Yote and The Last of Us Part 2. All the stories are the same. Angry woman shouting revenge story, the end. They almost sound all the same. But
Angry
we're
Karen.
now basically Angry Karen. Now we're going to get that with AI, where people are going to steal from other people that are stealing, and their stories are going to sound the same with different characters and that sort of thing. Will we see more attractive characters? I don't think so yet. But in the end result, it's just going to be who stole what from who, and also another thing with George R.R. Martin. Where's that fucking book? So we're able to make a court case. We're ready. So you're ready. You're down. You're like, you copying me? I'm coming for you, son. And I'm over here like, Daddy, we need to eat. Please work on your next book, please. This fat fuck won't work on the next book, or won't let somebody else work on the project and be like, hey man, I can't do it. I'm fat. I'm lazy, but I'm gonna work on this next. I'm gonna work on this court case. I'm gonna work on this project. He's almost working as fast as Guillermo del Toro. He's almost working as fast as him on other projects. At least Guillermo del Toro actually finishes his fucking work. This piece of bacon won't even finish his damn book, bro. I can't wait until he's like. I don't have long, and I'm like,
No.
I got so many jokes.
Hold on. I just want to say a huge thank you to Alberto 2001 for the $4.99. He says this is on behalf of the 7% of women who follow the Des. So you are a woman. Is that a he? Or
Go
it's
ahead,
a he?
Des.
Or it's a he?
You're
I don't know.
a woman.
You know, it's almost at 6%, where I'm losing women on my channel.
Well, I'm one.
I'm gonna. If you do that Angry Joe video, it might go up by 3%.
Look, women don't watch YouTube. No, in all seriousness, folks.
TikTok.
Let's be real, right? Because this topic is so interesting to me because of the dangers involved. Because when I think of the creative process that human beings do, I think of an existing thing inspires a new thing, which leads to that person creating a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing new. Unfortunately, there is nothing new under the sun on a creative level, right? And all this technology does is take that concept to its natural conclusion in a way that we, the people, could never do, because we're not going to spend all of our lives constantly creating. These things operate so quickly that they can spend a lifetime thinking about a project and just typing it out in a few seconds.
I disagree. I think there's always a chance that somebody somewhere is ready to create something. There's a kid out there that's probably drawing certain characters for a certain sort of film or project or video game. There's always like take for instance these indie film the indie films and indie video games. They surprise you to no end with their video games. They just come out like, I think there's a game called Ball Pit where I'm just like, I would have never thought about this. Or Me Side, that game that was made by like two kids, and they just and then they sold by the millions. I think there's room for people and I think there's many creative people, including you three beautiful people, many creative people who.
What about Logan?
What about Logan?
What about
side piece Logan? Side piece. Listen, side piece Logan is right next to the throne. I think he already won. Okay, all right. His creative process is petting a dog.
Oh no, that's not true. He writes scripts for the superhero channel. That's
say that in the end when we say
he's planning to take over. He's
But the
planning a
key-
mutiny.
I fucking knew
key-
it's never
Oh,
gonna.
we have a mutual channel.
It's not gonna be side piece Logan. It's gonna be full Logan, and then things are just gonna go downhill from there.
It's gonna be One Piece Logan because the lady will be sitting on him, and that's how we'll both see them
Oh my god!
in future videos. But in
Give
all
Logan a crown and shit.
The question is which side will take over, my good side or the bad side. So
Ooh,
don't
that's
know.
good.
Whatever pleases the woman. But
I do want to finish.
Okay, go ahead.
The thing that I wanted to finish is that there are creative people out there, and the reason that they didn't have a chance in the film and video games was because they were pushed out, laid off, or kicked out. Let's take, for instance, Expedition 33. None of us ever thought of an idea like that with Expedition 33. They were in Ubisoft. They were in Ubisoft, and they came out and said, "Let's make a game about French people and feet." And I was just like, I never thought about that. You're genius. And I'm just and I was just like playing the game, and the girl's floating around without any shoes on, and I'm just playing the game going, and I'm just like, yo, game of the year, game of the year. So I think they're basically what I'm saying. There's creative people there's creative people all the time. That's all I wanted to say.
Guys,
They're going to get along really well with Kata.
exactly.
Yeah,
It's
but
terrifying.
the
We
future.
found
You know
another-
where I should go, Decembro?
The two
Where?
black streets. Guys, I actually know a creator, right? A gaming creator who looks just like Kata, and now I found another gaming creator who has Kata's foot fetish. If we collect all these black guys who has different elements of Kata's personality,
Like
Yeah,
the Infinity Stones? What the fuck?
yeah, the Infinity Stones of Kata, because that guy has gone to the moon. But
That's too
I
much
just
power.
like to point out the key word in Hardcore's statement was people, and that's the thing with this technology, man. Right? It's like a mirror, right? You don't hate the mirror when it gives you a reflection of yourself, and that's exactly what we're seeing with this very profitable, and it is very profitable, right? If you think just in terms of money, you are going to fire 30,000 people, which is what Amazon did recently, and just bring in all this software tech, hardware tech, AI brains with hardware robots to do all the factory stuff. And that is the great danger, is that we're being attacked on two fronts here. I mean, look at my character. My character wasn't made with AI. It was made from existing assets. My body was Santa Claus's body that I just painted gray, okay, instead of red. And I found a top hat, and I found a nice piece of hair for my head because this character didn't have a piece of hair. That's an example of human creativity. But I know for a fact that a piece of technology, like Grok, for example, could take what I have done over and over and over again and make so many bloody variants, right? That consistent creativity where you can make one thing into many things. Creativity, unfortunately, isn't just one thing. And now I'm going to sound like a left-wing guy for a second. It's a spectrum. It's a spectrum, folks. Creativity is a spectrum, like gender. Not like gender. No, gender is not a spectrum. No.
Are you
But
talking
yeah.
to yourself? Who is talking to themselves at the same time?
I just realized this motherfucker just human AI'd Santa Claus. He came out and
Yeah.
said, Santa Claus, you look like me, so let me just change everything. You human AI'd Santa Claus.
Thank
Everybody
you.
knows it. You saw Santa Claus and you were like, I want a brown beard Santa. And
Yeah.
Santa was like, no, it's AI, but it's worse. It's human.
It's
Look, I tried.
nonsense.
You just opened yourself up to get sued by Coca-Cola, by the way.
Look, come
That's
on,
why
come on,
he
guys.
can't finish his book. Dignity took his body.
My previous form was sponsored by Coca-Cola. I drank enough of their drinks on shows. But the point is,
That's right.
I tried doing this as a human being and it didn't work. So now I'm going to try it as a cartoon, right? Des has the opportunity to do the opposite. He can start off as a symbol, then he can turn into a cartoon, which is a body with his symbol as his head. And then if he fails that time, he can be himself, some pseudo brown Portuguese guy.
I do gotta say, Des, like I do like the because Des has a nice voice, but I do like the fact that Des's videos, like there's always a type of person like how they want intros to be, or do you want the information just coming straight at you with their videos? Des just comes out and starts lo-fi music, and he's just like, let's go back to the beginning of this conversation. Like, he won't talk about the situation that's obviously on the thumbnail. He'll go to the very beginning. That's why his videos are like 40 minutes long, and since I'm working and I'm always driving, I just leave it on. So it's just like, well, if we want to talk about this, we got to talk about this. And I'm like, thank God. Somebody comes out.
It's not a job, hardcore, but in all seriousness, Des,
What?
you know, because you drive as a job, stealing cars. You mentioned that Des always likes in his videos to start like right from the beginning when it comes to a topic. So we're going to give him an opportunity to do that live and see if he can do it live instead of on a video. So Des, why don't you bring us back to the topic at hand if you can remember it? Huh?
Yes, but we have 10 minutes.
The current
guys,
topic?
So, just to note that we have 10 minutes first before December starts, and we have to acknowledge Furious Dan for the 2. So he says, Brother Raja is made by AI.
Raja is made by AI.
Also, it's spot on, by the way. I mean, this looks exactly like you. So I don't know.
This guy really likes you.
Furious Dan, hardcore. Me and Furious Dan have collaborated a lot. He is the only content creator I've ever encountered whose head I can't get inside, because you have to get inside someone's brain to get inside someone's head, and Dan just doesn't have a brain. He makes breaks for buildings, don't you know?
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, this. Give it a go.
When I don't particularly notice when I do that. I just like to give people context before going into something, because that way it's also one of those things where one of my biggest worries, it's not really a worry, but you know how it is people being like, you're taking this out of context, or you're saying this, but you're not taking that into account. So I usually do that because of that, so that I have less headaches in the comment sections, because of the comments that sometimes come in saying, oh, you are lying grifter, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, here we go again. Because I used to reply a lot to comments, but now I'm like, I don't want to fucking do that. But when it comes to this topic, I'm stuttering.
No, you're not.
Are those Italian people
because you read them with
attacking
Italian
you in the comment because you made the Italian accent?
That was not that was Russian.
Really? Sounded
Italian. Yeah. I went, you are a grifter. Well, actually, it could sound kind of Italian. I mean, Italians and Russians, it's really the same shit when you take into account.
The papa de puppy.
Yeah, I gotta do the pippity papa, you know.
Or is that Ukrainian?
Oh, the people do tell me in the comments that they like when I talk like a mobster from the mafia movies, but it is what it is. When it comes to this, the mafia games. When it comes to this topic, I'm just worried about it, because AI slop is a huge problem when it comes to saturation. That's one of the worries here on YouTube as well. We saw YouTube being like, oh, we want to crank down on AI. But now, just recently, they did another thing showing off AI tools. You got that other girl, Justine or whatever, promoting AI and shit. So it's a concern, because if the platform gets oversaturated with garbage, AI slop, then there's only so much real estate for the algorithm to promote videos. There's only so much real estate for people as well when you're out there and you're looking for a good story. Let's say you were looking for a good game and you open up Steam, and instead of having great games on the front of the page, you're just going to have an oversaturation of AI garbage everywhere. Mm-hmm. It's a concern. It's a concern how free this is going to be. Like how how much people are going to be free to pump shit into existing platforms. At some point, maybe people can perhaps create new genres or new platforms where it's like no AI allowed here, but then you're going to have the assholes who are like trying to make AI pass as a human-made thing.
Well, Des,
And
that's
that's just
just called racism. If you don't have something on a platform, you're being discriminatory. So I actually agree. We should be discriminatory to AI. Don't rage against the machine. Be racist to it. Humanity first, bros. Humanity
Amazing.
first.
Judaism.
But
I mean,
that's
JD
that is
try to write his books.
that
Oh,
is a
yes.
concern that I
Yeah.
do have. But
JD, yes.
especially when it comes to people,
India don't have rules.
Yes.
what's it called?
Yeah.
What's it called? That is the thing that I am worried about, is the fact that they'll soon be like, right now they're just saying like, oh, well, I generated this, I generated that, and then they're gonna change their words to like, I made this.
I
If
already
they
see
haven't-
retards saying, I made this, and it's some AI slop. They put in a prompt and that's it. It's so embarrassing, honestly, dude. It's
Yeah.
so cringy.
I
It is. really-
made this.
Yeah, I
did
made
make
this.
it.
That is
More
true. You
like-
did make that.
Yeah.
It's
From
like you
existing
made it with
assets.
AI. Like, that's
Yeah.
the correct.
You use the tool.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I
use
think
it.
if there's an oversaturation of garbage, that's going to also make it so that there's, obviously, I hope it's going to lead to people also doing great independent work.
Yeah.
But then the independent work is going to rely on that problem with the oversaturation, because if you make good independent work but it's buried by crap, then you're kind of cooked anyway.
That's why we got cheap fucking AI games that are only $2 on Steam, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? What is this game? And it's not even a game; it's just a slideshow. And I'm just like, this ain't a fucking game. What the fuck are you doing, Steam? And we're getting that now, and that's the thing. This is obviously inevitable, but like I said before, and I'll say it again, you're right now you're going to have 3 sets of categories now, where you're going to have all human working on something, AI assisted, film or video games, and then you're going to get an all AI like movie or something like that. You're going to get those 3 categories, and dependent on which one succeeds and which one comes first, I think the biggest the biggest concern that I have is like the fact that as soon as AI was mentioned, people were like, yeah, we'll just give AI for free. And then as soon as they realized that AI was lucrative, they were just like, yeah, this is going to be $13 a month, bruh. And I'm just like, they do this shit every time. And then, like you said before, they're going to prioritize the AI shit. And that's what makes me worried about like YouTube and all the other stuff, where they're just like, well, let's just pump people full of AI videos and then
Every
push
industry,
down like,
every industry is threatened by software AI and hardware robotics. Every single industry. I think easily by the end of this century, no human jobs. By the end of this century, and I'm including politicians and lawyers and soldiers, and every single profession on planet Earth will be human free by at least, best case scenario, the end of the century, if we even get there. But we are pressed for time, unfortunately, folks. We like to keep the shows at about 2 hours. And also, welcome to the Glasses Show.
The what?
oh yeah, we're all wearing glasses. We're all fucking
Well,
nerds.
glasses, yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
yes. Well, these are just PC glasses. I mean, mine are not real glasses. They're just for blue light. So,
I'm still going to count it.
okay.
So you're
Okay,
you're like glasses adjacent. But in all seriousness, thank you
Yeah.
all very much for watching the 5th episode of Reigns and Rejects. Thinking about it, because we always do reviews at every 5th episode, this show is getting renewed for another 5 episodes. Yay!
Awesome. I won't be here next time because my schedule's changing.
That's all
But
right.
I do appreciate you guys having me here. Des, I would like to have at least one podcast with you, because I think we got a lot to talk about when it comes to video games. But
Sounds good.
I'll try to hit you up. But
Now
I
there's
guess you
two
have a
people. Now there's two people, Des, who want to build a show around you. But I'll let the official host wrap up today.
because he's cool though.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, I just want to say something to Mr. Hardcore. Actually,
I'm not going to Blackstreet.
No,
no, not
Come
that.
on, just do it.
But you are invited to our superhero channel.
not to an orgy though, like in
No,
Peacemaker.
no, Jesus Christ.
Huh?
Hell no.
not to an orgy like in Peacemaker. No, not that.
So I'm able to go to Blackstreet, but I'm not able to go to the orgy. What the fuck is this shit?
So, you know,
No, you're
it
not.
will be very
One got out,
sanitized.
ladies and gentlemen. One got out.
You're totally invited to the party.
You
but
get
not
to sit on the throne if you go.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna sit on me. That's
So we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk.
Yes, we're going
Okay.
to. Maybe we're doing some anime stuff there. 'Cause I see that you're a fan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
I
We
hope
can talk about
that
One
you're a
Punch
fan of
Man
that, yeah.
if you like.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. Wednesday, right?
Okay, guys. So, please, tell us what are you working on again? Just tell us your channel, the channel, everybody's channel. So, link down below, and we can one by one finish this. So, Des, you first.
While I'm making that video that I mentioned earlier in regards to the whole Angry Joe meltdown Halo thing, Actman's going to be on it too. He's not invited. I'm just going to roast him again. It is what it is. And then I'm just playing some games, playing some garbage. Bloodlines 2, depressed all the way. Probably going to play the first one afterwards just to have a little bit of a palate cleansing, because that's like so much better. And then I'm just going to play Outer Worlds 2. I'm going to see where is the New Vegas that everyone is talking about.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to rest and play whatever the fuck I want. I'm going to
Yeah.
play Hell Is Us. I'm going to finish that. I'm having such a good time with it. Play some other crap on... Oh, right. Fuck me. Gotta play fucking Yotai. God damn it.
I don't
son of
think
a
you need
bitch.
to play Ghost of Yotai, dude. But
I gotta do it, otherwise everybody gonna be in the comments like, "Oh, didn't you say you were not going to buy the video game?" And I say, yeah, and I didn't. I got it from...
Yeah, play the
Oh,
game and see me on before you trash it.
Yeah, I gotta play the game before you don't know how it is, the game, if you don't play it. Oh, these people have no idea what they're awakening. It's so much better if I criticize via YouTube. They're going to make me play the game. I'm going to be playing it 10 hours in, 15 hours in, 20 hours in. I'm going to start getting the fatigue. And then my criticism, which would be something along the lines of this. You know what, guys? The situation here with the plot kind of sucked. It's going to elevate because I'm going to be pissed off 20, 30, fucking 40 hours in. And it's going to be like, this fucking game sucks dick. It's the worst game on the fucking planet and I fucking hate it, etc., etc., etc. And then they're going to crash out on the comments at me.
Oh
Also-
my, confident Des, yay. What about Mr. Hardcore? What are his future plans?
Hey everybody, I will be doing a hard rant stream here after this stream, talking about some certain topics that actually we've been talking about, and also we will be continuing to play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. It's my first time. I'm loving it. I noticed a huge change in the way people talk from back in the day when this game came out to now where everything's safe. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But also, we're going to finish up KCD2 on the hardest difficulty, like I promised. And yeah, that's what I got going for me. I appreciate you guys letting me be here.
The hardest thing in KCD2 is getting to the wedding.
Yeah, I hear what you mean, man. I'm delaying everything.
All right, then, Digny, tell us what's happening. What's up?
Well, just after this show ends, folks, I'll be releasing my third video of today. Today's been a good day. We've gotten 1,000 views in the past 48 hours. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot if you only have 187 subs. So go and check out my channel, The Dignified Cartoon Gentleman, where I explore why things go wrong in pop culture, gaming, and wider entertainment. Thank you to the 40K Empress for hosting and founding this network show. We had another great show. We appreciate her side piece, Logan, for being here. Thank you, Mr. Hardcore, for being on 2 shows in a row. Hopefully, you'll have a chance to be back on a network show as soon as your schedule permits.
The common nerd dragged me into Doctor Who, but I actually enjoy it. Also, titties, but
he got you first. And Des, I look forward to seeing you soon on Helzo's show, because we have Des on a network show every 10 to 17 days, alternately between Mondays and Thursdays. So it's always a pleasure, Des, and thank you all very much for your support, for your likes, shares, and donations. So I'll leave it to Empress and Logan to wrap up the show.
Thank you so much. So please, guys, check all of those guys' channels. Me and Logan are going to keep doing like 1 stream a week on the superhero channel, discussing at least 4 topics. We did that actually this morning.
This morning we had a great show,
about what Zack Snyder
about what Zack Snyder is doing
things.
with his great photos.
I glitched. Great photos. And what does that mean for DC Universe? So if you're interested, that is Superhero Truth. And of course, if you're interested in all the crazy stuff that are happening in Warhammer 40k, that's my main channel, 40k Empress. And here is all about the games, of course. But with that being said, I totally forgot my train of thought. So thank you so much, guys, for supporting and donating. That means like the world to me. And we're going to meet again next Thursday with more amazing topics. I totally forgot something.
You forgot to mention your gaming channel, actually.
This one.
This one. Though it's important. And also, don't forget that on Halloween we're supposed to do a watch along.
That's tomorrow.
Guys, that's tomorrow, actually, because there were a slew of movies that the Empress has never seen, and people got crazy. How can you not see this?
What movie?
We just put them on a poll too. Well,
2
of those even I haven't seen, and I'm famous with people say, "Hey, have you seen this?" And I say, "Sure."
So Princess Bride won.
Princess Bride is one. Yeah, it was one of these, and it won. So we gotta watch this tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
together with
that's
everybody, we're doing a watch along. Should be very fun. So yeah, join us.
Also, yeah, for the Superhero channel, we're actually almost ready with the script for the newest video, which is about why are capes. What's the significance of cape in the superhero costume?
Yeah, which is actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's not what
Stay
you
tuned.
think, like literally.
It's not what you think.
Literally not what you think.
Yeah.
So thank you guys and have a great evening. Bye, guys. Love you.
Bye for now.
Bye.